Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let me look at the first person this evening. Good evening, Judith. Good evening, Oluwatimileyin. Good evening, Ibukunle. Good evening, Anuluwapo. Today, today we don't have Matthew in the first five, but good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah. How was our weekend? How was our weekend? Yes, how was our weekend? I think we had today there was an holiday today now, yeah. So how was our weekend? How was the holiday? How are you enjoying your holidays? Let me hear your parts. Some people have been sleeping, some people have been eating Ilia meat. So how has been your weekend? How has been the holiday so far? Have you been utilizing your holidays? Just just let me know in the comment section. I'll be with you in the comment section reading your comments. Peter is saying Phantom Glorious. Wow. This your English is not in the dictionary. That means you are the one that will start. You start your own dictionary or what? But yeah, I believe we're having a swell time. Good evening. Welcome to class. 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 Oh, I think I've mistakenly entered somewhere else. Okay. So Matthew is saying the holiday is really relaxing. Yes, that's why it's relaxing. That's why you were not able to first comment. Maybe you have slept off. That's why Judith has to drop the first comment because I think last week Matthew has been the one dropping the like first person to show his presence in the class. Yeah. It's been wonderful, sir, watching movies and seeing graphics everywhere. Okay. So someone is saying uh, uh, he or she has been watching movies and seeing graphics everywhere. All right. Someone is saying Ella is saying with children at home and it's been shouting galore. I understand. I really understand. I understand. It's been shouting and normally normally is you can't wait for them to go back to school. Yes. You can't wait for them to go back to school. So Olusegun, yeah, I've been sleeping. I've been sleeping. Not really sleeping, but trying to get some sleep. If I'll put it like that. Yes. Uh so Matthew, no, don't worry. Don't worry. You're not the only one that slept off. You guys still have we still have more people that slept off in class. You can't say. So Mary is saying she has been trying the double exposure on her phone, but it's not working out. Maybe when you're having your double exposure class, and when you're having your um designing with phone, you can ask the teacher. African Tales by Grace saying my brush tool is not working. I haven't been able to do layer marks assignments due to that. Why is your brush tool not working? What Photoshop are you using? And um how are you using it that is not working? Okay, like I can see your comments. Mm, it is well. That's all we can say. Elizabeth, no holiday. Why? I thought the holiday is general. Or yes, let's even let's look at it like that. What country are you joining from? And let's know why you are not on holidays. Or actually, some works don't observe quite all holidays. But yeah, what country are you joining from, Elizabeth? That you're not on holiday? Because I know some countries that are not on holidays. That's true. But no. So your brush tool should be African Tales by Grace. Your brush tool and your layer mark should be working. Maybe sooner or later. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. When you click on your layer marks, it's supposed to bring you in, showing when you press your brush tool, it's supposed to show you. It's supposed to be able to clean and adjust. Okay. Elizabeth is saying I am a remote worker. Yes, Elizabeth is saying I am a remote worker. Okay. So welcome everyone. Welcome to class. Welcome. So Atinushola, yes, the mock-up design again. I think someone also sent a personal mail on the LMS platform. Oluwakemi Kadijat. I hope she's on this call also. She says she does not understand the mock-up too. So Mary is saying there is no holiday in UK. Okay, you guys will be okay. I missed this weekend assignment. Why, Mr. Victor? Why did you miss the assignment? There must be something wrong. African Tales by Grace. There must be something wrong. Yes, it's supposed to work for your. It's supposed to work for both. So Victor, you can still do your assignments and send. There's still time. Yeah. I just want everyone to try something. I just want every one of us to try something. And I'm seeing that some people are doing a great job. Yes, some people are doing a great job. All right. So I think yes, we should just jump into reviewing what people have done. Oh, sorry for murdering this name, but let me just call it Ibo or Ebo. NEPA didn't do us well. 3 days, no light. Just finishing up my assignment. Yes. Thank God you were able to finish up your assignment. You can drop it before we start reviewing. Okay. Yes. Fumilayo also says I can't place my design on the book mockup. Why can't you place your design on the book mockup? What's happening? Maybe we'll look at it together because I think that's the third person that is talking about that today. Yes. So we look at it before we start before we go into our class fully. Oh, Alexander said he got 44/45. That's nice. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, you did it 2 times. Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can still get my mockup, my book mockup design. Just give me a minute, please. Let me work on some of my. I have to close some things on my Photoshop. Trying to check out how I can just do an example of the mock-up that people were complaining they could not get, so that before we go ahead to all other things we want to do. Okay, I can see my design on mockup. So let me just try. Yeah, that was I want to go through mockup, which is oh my, oh my, oh my. So I would love to see. To get a feedback. A minute, please. Okay, so trying to share my screen now so that I can show us the mockup. If you can see my screen, let me know, please. Let me know if you can see my screen. So we're going to do the assignment review. Yeah, we're going to do the assignment review. Just trying to clear up this part so that we do the assignment review. Don't worry. Technical support studio, please help us. I want to share my full screen. We're waiting on the technical to help us on sharing of the screen so that we can go ahead. While the technical is working on sharing the screen, even if I want to review the assignments, I will also have to share my screen, and I can't even share my screen. Technical, please help us. Our time is going, is going, is going, is going, is going, is going. Let's just calm down and wait till our technical sorts that part out. But let me also know how many of us had issues creating like a movie poster, because I've been seeing some cool designs though. I've been seeing some cool ones. So how many of let me first ask, how many of us did the um 3 assignments to double exposure, using it to create a movie poster, which is like a storytelling kind of thing, and also doing it, making it in a YouTube thumbnail style. How many of us attempted it? So Esther says she attempted it. Okay. Abimbola also attempted it. Nice. That's good. Who else also attempted it? Did Anuluako attempt it? Okay, Matthew attempted this. Yes, I can't wait to see your design. Elizabeth, I think I saw your own. I'm not sure if you are the one, but when when we are reviewing your own, just signify when we open your own design, just signify. Oh. So when we are reviewing the designs, just signify that this is my design. Hold up to your design with your full chest. I want all of us to hold up to our design with our full chests and say yes. Um, in the way the Niger data will do it, that's Nami run Nami do my design. Hold up to your design and don't worry, it's the beginning. All of us on this call, even me, we are learning. Yes, all of us on this call are learning. So nobody must judge you or can judge you that yes. Um Nobody can judge you that yeah, you did this. The only thing is they can just say, okay, let us do this better, let us do this better, let us do this better, let us do this better. So majorly when we start reviewing the designs, everybody just drop your own opinion, what can be better, not casting down one, because all of us we are learning on the job. We are learning. It's a progressive thing. You keep on learning. Like last week, I showed you my first design, and yes, you keep on learning day by day. So, Anuluwa was I'm so stressed trying to make it into a YouTube channel. It was a lot. Okay, someone is saying she was okay. That's Judith and Anuluwa said they could not turn it into a YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so turn it. Okay. So turning it to a YouTube thumbnail, turning it to a YouTube thumbnail, it means you have to redesign it again. That's what it majorly means. That you have to redesign it. Not really. Yes, you have to redesign it the way you've done it in your main design. You bring it to the other design and work on it again. I'm not sure if I saved my last design, but I would also yes, I know my screen is up now. So I'm not sure if I made my last design, but I would just find a design that I can turn into a a YouTube thumbnail. Yes. Yes, so that's another thing. Yeah, so trying to read the comments if I did not miss anybody. If I did not miss anybody's somebody is looking for my name is not Mr. Manuel. I think Mr. Manuel's social media is Emmanuel Adeyemo. Yeah. Yes. So let's go to the book mockup we talked about. So now I've downloaded a book mockup either from Freepik or every other platforms. There are different platforms to download this kind of things. But so I've downloaded a book mockup. Someone said the good book mockups that we have, they are premium. That's why they say good things are not free or don't come easy. Yes. So they want you to part with something to get something. But I think you can see some other manageable ones. I think this one I downloaded it. This one is a free version. Yeah, I think it's a free version. So when you download a mockup, you come to your layers. You will see different. Don't let me say they are jargons, but you see different things, different layer names. For this one, it might not be the same thing for everyone, but just try to I will say try to understand what is in your layers. So how I want to understand what is in my layers is, first, sometimes you can use the name they used to name those layers to understand it. And the other thing you can use to check it out is um the eye button. You close the eye to see how it have effects on your mockup, to see how is to see how it has effects on your mockup. So now for the first one, it said FX. I want to see how it have effects on my mockup. I close the eye. Okay, so it's showing an effect on the book side. Yes. So when I close the eye, so it's having an effect over here, showing the effect of the book itself. Yeah, showing the effect of the book itself. So that's it. And the other one says place your design here. So that means that is where my design will be. And we know that when it looks like this, that means it's a folder. Yes, it's a folder. It's a group. It's group, and you can, when you want to open something in a group, you click on the drop down icon, which is the arrow that looks like it's pointing right. Yes, you click on that. When you click on it, you see the layers inside it. Yes. So if I close it, so that means it's affecting the design on it's affecting the design on the mockup. And the next one is saying I should change the color. So it's changing the colors of the book. Yeah, objects like the background that, and this one also the background. So majorly what I want to do is just change the design of the book. And I click open this place. When I open it, it shows book one and book three. So which one is the book one? Book one is the one standing and book three is the one lying down. So now I know the book one, I know book three. So what I will do from here is I click on this because this is a smart object. This is a smart object. So I click on this particular one. I hope we can all see it, this particular one, because this is when you double click on it, not once, you double click on it. When I double click on it, it carries you to another place entirely. Oh, it takes you to another place entirely. Takes you to another place entirely when you double click on this. If you double click on any smart object, it will majorly open another folder for you. I don't think I still have the design of, let me check. Uh, lot of works on this. Uh, no. I'm trying to see if I still have the design from the I have the design from the book that we designed together. So, but that's fine. Just want us to know that if you click on a smart object, it automatically opens it in another tab. Yes, it opens in another tab. So majorly when it's just like when you click on a smart object, so it's just like opening on your what's it called, on your browser. It's just like you're saying open new tab. That's what it looks on Photoshop. When you click on a smart object, it opens it on another tab entirely, not on your design. It does not want to tamper with your design. It opens it on another tab. So now when I click on it, it brings this one out for me. This is where I will now put my own design. This is where I will now put my own design, because this is the like a mock-up design that was made already. But this is where I will now put my own personal design that I've done. So I would have to go bring in my design. This is my book design. Bring it in. Anyway you bring in images into your Photoshop, and I majorly enlarge it. So I brought in my design into that space, and when you bring in your design, you save. Control S, you save it. Control S. I've saved it. Now just to let you know that I'm not working on the mockup, the tab for the mockup. It is the smart object, the tab of the smart object now I'm working on. So I've saved it. Now I now go back to my mockup, which is this next tab beside me. Press it, and immediately you will be able to see your design on your mockup. You will see your design on your mockup. Let me do the second one for us to see. So this is the tab for this is second one, which is also a smart object. This second one, which is also a smart object. I click on it, double click on it. When you double click on it, it opens another tab. Yes, look at it, it has opened another tab. So, and I bring in my image also. Bring in my image. Yes. And I control S. I make it fit in, I control S, and I go back to my mockup. And there you have it. And I save this one as my picture. Save, export. Anywhere I want to export it is either by quick image or export or save for web. Anywhere I want to export it, I save it, and we're good. I hope those that don't understand that part understands fully. I hope those that don't understand that part understands fully now. So let me check. So Chisom is saying the mockup he downloaded didn't have a layer for my design. So if the mockup you downloaded does not have a layer for your design, then the mockup is fake. Yes, the mockup is fake. Sorry to disappoint you, or sorry to tell you that. So the mockup is fake. If the mockup you downloaded does not have layers, yes. So the mockup is fake. So you download another one, don't worry. So I think people understand now. So I think that's that about that. So I did a mock-up. I did the YouTube thumbnail for one. So I just want to show. Actually, it's not really not that it's fake, but it might also be that it's not a correct mock-up. So sometimes I've downloaded some mock-up that are just they're just pictures. Yes, yes, I can say it. I've downloaded some files that are just pictures, mock-up. Suppose mock-up, which are just pictures. So, I think I did. So for YouTube thumbnail, the person that was talking on YouTube thumbnail, I want to see which of my design I can just quickly. Let me see if I can open this one to just help you. Someone is saying, how did you blend the reddish color at the up red? I just expanded my image. I expanded the image I brought in into the design. That's all. I didn't do anything. Someone is saying I should explain mockup again. Mockup is just like how it will look like. Yes, mockup is how it will look like. So, this is a design of something I did during the weekend. Yeah, I don't think this can work actually. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this will work for what I want. This will work for what we want to achieve it for. Okay, let me look for. Someone is asking how did I get my mockup? I got it on free pick. Yes, you can go on free pick and look for mockup designs. I'm not trying to look for a design. It's now getting difficult to get a design, but let's go. Let's do this. So let me just find. Let me check for a design I can. We all know it's not all designs that I can use without the permission of the owner. Yes, that's why I'm trying to get the one that I'll be able to use that they will not that the owner will not what's it called? Consent. Yes. Majorly consent is a very big thing. So majorly, Mockup is what the way is going to be seen. Yes, the way it's going to be seen on a either a banner, either a billboard, either on a clothes, either on books. That's what we call mock-up. The way it's going to be seen on a particular stuff. Yes, maybe you want to design your layer cow. Yes, the way the design will be on the cow. That's what you call mock-up. That's just it. So nothing hard or nothing difficult in a mock-up. Yes, I can tell you that for free. It's just putting your designs, your JPEG now, not your PSD designs, your JPEG designs, your picture designs into it, and it um it replic it replicates it. Yes, it replicates it. That's just it. Wow. Yes, some people can say they want to design their layer cow. Yes, put your logo on your cow and say this is the cow I did. This is the cow I killed for Ilea. Yes. Can't you see my name printed on it? Or can't you see my design on it? So it's uh oh, trying to share my screen back so that we can well let me off this thing. Um Technical, please help us with sharing of screen, please. Thank you. Technical, please help share the screen. Thank you. Well, with technical, please help us, please. Thank you. Let's be fast. Oh. I know Luapo, I understand. Yes. But just something you need to know is everybody might not be getting it in the way you get it. Yeah, because the way people understand things are different. Technical support, please. You want to share my screen back? Technical support. Okay, so while we wait for technical to help us with screen sharing again. Oof. Okay, I think our technical team is not available, but I just want us to review last week's class before we move ahead, or we just move ahead then, and we our time is fast spent. But technical, I want to share my screen first. Help in sharing my screen before we go to the slides. Yes. Oh my gosh. So while we have technical issues, yes. While we have technical issues, um, what do we classify as logos? Yes. What do we understand? What do we understand as logos? When somebody says I want to make a logo, what what does that mean? Brand identity. Okay, someone says I want to make a logo. That means the person wants to make a brand identity. Now let me ask this question. Is brand identity under logo, or logo is under brand identity? Yes, let me put it that way. Is brand identity under logo, or logo is brand identity under brand identity? We have Okay, so let me look at the comments. Okay, Matthew said brand identification. Okay, so a logo is a symbol or identity of a brand. Yeah, logo is under brand identity. Okay, logo is like one element of brand identity. Let's just put it like that. Logo is like an element under brand identity. Yeah, we all correct. And uh, I need my screen shared so that I can show you, so that I can show you guys something. But yes, we've all talked about it, that logo is just like is an element just to identify. It's just something to identify a brand, but brand identity is like a big umbrella which now has logo under it. So under it we have, under brand identity, we might have colors, we might have fonts, the way it's seen on television, the way it's seen on um, media formats like prints and all. But logo is just one piece. Yes, it's just like a piece under a brand. It represents the identity of an organization, product, or idea. It represents the identity of an organization, product, brand, or an idea. That's what we call a logo. Majorly, that's what logo is called. And when you see a logo, majorly you have been seeing a lot of logos. Yeah, we've been seeing lots of logos everywhere. When you look at brands, yes, either telecommunication brands, or either food brands. The way most of you identify most of these things are through their logo, through their logo, which is like a brand. So what I first want to say on logo is that mm, because logo represents the organization identity, some logo design rules is that we must keep our logos simple. Keep it simple. Don't make it more complicated. Yeah. So I think, can you see my screen? No. So okay, so no problem then. So let's just move into today's class, even if we can't see our screen, but I would have loved to share my screen so that we can all see my screen. Yes. Please just give me a minute, please. All right. Let me just go ahead. Always keep your logos simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. We cannot emphasize it. I want to show us some styles that people do lately, which is not, since I can't even share my screen, I can't show us. But there are some things people do lately that they put a design on a wall. Yes, like a mock-up. They do a mock-up. Yes, now that all of us understands mock-up. Okay. So yeah, I think I've explained. Yeah, logo represent the identity of an organization, product, brand, or idea. So looking at this one, most of us that are familiar with most of us that are familiar with this logo, we know that this is a PlayStation logo. And as a designer, you need to look at things far and wide. You need to look at things far and wide. You don't need to just look at things in your industry, because sometimes you might be asked to design from any angle and you just say, ah, please, I don't know this. It's not, you have to be versatile. That's what I mean as a designer. So this one is Kellogg's. When you see it on, sorry, please. When you see it on any packaging, you know that okay, this is Kellogg's, and this is the logo of the White House. Even if when if you sit on a was on a podium, yes, it is a podium, yes. If you sit on a podium, you know that okay, then maybe the spokesman of the White House or the president wants to speak in this place. That's what logo helps you to do. It helps you to identify things. And we own NBC, a broadcasting communication. So what I've been saying, you keep it simple. Golden rules in logo design. Keep it simple, simple and simple. Um, yeah, I just want to show us what some people, they will call it logo. They will do mock-up on a wall. Oh, I can't find it. But I know most of you will have seen it. They will do mock-up on a wall and they will say it's logo. That's not a logo. That's what's it called? That's a mock-up for a design put on a wall. Yes. They will say, please give me, please. Someone will say, please, I need a logo and fast. Let me share it. Yes, technical. If you can show this image that I just shared now. So you just see it you see it and they'll say, ah, I've designed a logo for you. Please, that if you are those kind of people, we hope our technical will respond soon. I've dropped it for him. If you can respond soon to those show us. But if you're part of people that does that kind of thing or do that kind of thing, that's not a logo. It's just like a mock-up or something. So logo should be effective at a large and small scale. When it's bigger, it needs to be effective. Even when it's smaller, that means when it's on a business card, when it's on small things, maybe placed on a cup or any kind of thing, depending on the brand you are working with, it must be effective. Not that when you are far from it, you will not be able to see some things on it. Even if you are far from, let me use Coca-Cola for example. If you see the red and the red shining at your eye from afar, you know, oh, this is a Coke. This is a Coca-Cola brand. This is the logo of a Coke. So when it's small and when it's large, it needs to be effective. It needs to be seen. Effective means it needs to pass the message that, okay, this is the logo of the company. This is the logo of this brand. And also it needs to be effective in colored, and when it's not in colored, which is monochrome, which is black, which you can also call black and white. Yes, it needs to be effective in both sides so that it can go transgenerational. Yes, because some logos, maybe we look at it as time goes on. Some logos, they are not effective when as time goes on. That's what causes rebranding. That's what causes people coming and saying, okay, we have to change this thing, we have to bring this thing out. Sometimes rebranding can come from the company changing their vision or changing their objective towards the company. But sometimes it might be just maybe the designer have just thought about it that this is what is trending now. This is what is trending now. This is what is trending now. Let me do it in this style. But we should need to be more effective in black and white and colored. So I think we would I will give you 2 minutes to mark your attendance. 2 minutes to mark your attendance so that you can be able to, those that are using their phone, so that they can mark their attendance and come back in. And we continue 8:08. We continue by 8:08. Thank you so much. All right. So can we all hear me now? Can we all hear me? If you can hear me, let me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you can hear me. So we keep on moving. So keep it simple. Keep your logos simple. So look at, so the evolution of Apple logo. Sometimes less information is more powerful. Yes, I wrote it that sometimes less information is more powerful. So this is the first logo of Apple. Yes, this is the first logo of Apple, and majorly what I can see in this logo is somebody under a tree, like pressing the laptop with an apple. Yes, it's giving the vibes of Eve in the garden. Yeah, it's giving the vibes of Eve in the garden. So actually, Apple are trying to say in their brand style, they are trying to say that Apple having an apple is having giving you more knowledge. Yes, giving you more knowledge. Giving you more knowledge. So that's why they say so keeping it more simple in their quest to keep it more simple, they moved into all inclusivity style before they moved into just white style fully. And majorly this bite is like taking a bite of knowledge. Yes. And they also put it that is BYTE. Yes. Yeah, I think we all know. Like like a byte, like a unit of digital information in computer. Yes, that's in their quest of making it simple and not complicated like this first one. Yes, not complicated like this first one. Before they can start, they start explaining and explaining and explaining before you understand it. So, but for the new one, it's just like taking a bite out of knowledge, and the bite now is not BITE, it's now BYTE. And those that studied computer science, if you did computer science, byte can be the fundament, like a unit, like a unit in information, a unit of information. So like a byte of knowledge. That's what their logo is all about. So good logos should be effective. When I say good logo should be effective in a large scale and small scale. So looking at both of them, which one will you say is more effective? Looking at both of them, is it the one to the left or the one to the is it Rockies or Target? Let me hear your comment. Let me see your comments. Which one do you pick? Is it Rockies that is more effective or Target? Let me see. So Target. Why are you saying Target is more effective? So let me just explain why more people pick that Target is more effective is because when it goes down. So this is the big one, Colorado Rockies. Yes, I think it's a baseball club. When it's small, you can't see the Colorado again. When it's small, when it's scalable, yes, when it's on a small scale, you can't see the Colorado again. You can only see the Rockies. You can only see the Rockies. But for target, when it's even small, you can still see the target. So it has to be more effective at a large scale. Those are things you need to note when you want to design a logo, when they call you for a logo geek, like they will call it. So that this design I'm making, it has to be more when it's scalable. Yeah. So part of being effective on a billboard and a business card. This is a billboard. This is a billboard, and we can still see the Apple logo. And this is a business card. We can still see the Apple logo. Apple is one of the biggest brands in the whole world. So okay. So sometimes they say, okay, they say some people should show us design a logo, and they just design this. So this is not a logo. Yes, this is not a logo. this is not a logo. This is just like a 3D design or a mock-up design that people do. So let us know that just thank you technical for bringing it up. This is not a logo, because some people might say, if they say you should design a logo and you bring this one out, and majorly I see it a lot in Nigerian designers that will say, okay, I just designed this logo. You designed the logo, or you did a 3D design, or you did a mock-up design. So just note that this one is not a logo. Yeah, thank you. So while we continue on our slide, we continue on our slide, please. Please, technical, the slide. Oh, please, technical should help us come up with our slide. But while technical are working on the slide, so we all of us also chose that when we say something is scalable, it has to be more effective on a large scale and a small scale. So that's for that. And when I said also that a logo has to be effective in color or black and white, so majorly there's some designs like this American football. Yes, this American football logo. Yes, even most logos, if your logos can only be effective on when it's in colored, it makes it difficult for designers to play around with. It makes it difficult for designers to play around with, or when they want to turn it to a monochrome. So you have to make it effective in color and out of color. Yes. So technical, please, has it been sorted? Okay. While they are working on it, while they are working on trying to project our slides. So one thing I also want to mention is that logo can be descriptive or symbolic. Yes, it can be descriptive or symbolic. Let me see. So it can be descriptive or symbolic. So I'm trying to see if they can, because majorly using how it can be descriptive and symbolic is very necessary, and when you see different designs and you understand it better. Oh my god. Technical, please. Okay, I think we are back. Thank you. Not this, please, not this one. Yeah, thank you, technical. So when I said a logo should be effective in color, you can see the difference now. So when a designer wants to work with it in black and white, is be able to work with it, because there are sometimes some you can design some logos and the color might not be blending with what the designer that wants to work on maybe the artworks have in mind. Yeah. So let me just give you an example. Let me just show you. If you see this Apple logo on this, if you see this Apple logo on this what's it called? On this billboard down, it's majorly one full color. Yes. The designer has adapted it to the billboard design. Yes. So that's what we talk about it being effective in color and on black and white. That's what we call it when you say it's being effective. Monochrome. Monochrome, a single color, monochrome. Not monogram now, it's monochrome. Monochorme. Monochrome. So logos can be descriptive and symbolic. In what sense? So looking at this one, what do we think this organization or this brand specialize in? Looking at this logo style, what do we think this organization specializing? Let me look at the comment section to see our those that will get it. Okay. Esther is saying housing or real estate. Um, John Kell is in security, real estate, key cutting. Okay. Door, estates, automobile, house security, building, security or housing, cars. Okay, building. So let's just look at it together. So this is a center of architecture for New York chapter. Yes, a New York chapter and Center for Architecture Foundation is an organization devoted to public education and research of architecture. The key is a symbol of access, and the skyline represents architecture. So sometimes some logos can be descriptive. That's what I want. That's what you just want to show us. That some logos can be descriptive. Yes. Um. Yes. The examples of descriptive logos. Our time is fast spent. Good. Examples of descriptive logos. And while symbolic, we come back to Apple, which I've explained before, which, okay, yes, now it's explained here now. So it says, although this logo does not literally represent computers or technology, the apple is a symbol of knowledge. So the bite taken out of the apple could symbolize taking a bite out of knowledge. So now we understand like a symbol. So sometimes we can say, they might say, we want to make a logo for a air company, or we make a logo. An example now, you can't say, the way we look at it now, it does not represent computers, but the idea behind the logo, sometimes that's where your creativity comes in. That's where your own creativity, the idea behind creating it, the storytelling. Yes. Now, the storytelling you have to tell to come up with that logo that you have done. Yes, that's where the branding part comes in. but there must, behind every logo you are going to make, there must be a storyline towards achieving or towards bringing out that concept that you have. So another example of a symbolic logo. So during Barack Obama's regime, his time, his campaign logo symbolized hope for most Americans. So they did this logo like this, which means the sun rising over horizon. What's happening to our screen? What's going on? Okay, yeah, we're back. The sun rising over the horizon evoked a new sense of optimism for the country's future. So, like the sun rising over the horizon, that's this is the logo they made for him when he was planning to be president then, yes. And as a political stuff, they made another one for his opponent. They made another one for his opponent. So you can explain that one in your mind. I won't say it, but you can explain it, because if this one is like the sun rising, this one means the sun rising, which means a new sense of optimism. And they made another one to show that, okay, oh, if you vote for this one, or you know what will happen. That's that's in the political scene. So in logos, in designing your logos, fonts and colors can represent or describe an idea. So fonts can be descriptive. The bold and capitalized text in these logos inspires confidence in the brand. Sometimes the font you use also in your logo, the font you use in your logo determines the style and the way your brand will be perceived. Yes, it determines the style or the way your brand will be perceived. So in making your logos, just know that you have to be careful while choosing. You have to be careful while choosing your font. Some companies may even create their own font by themselves. Yes, they may create their own fonts themselves just to show us that, okay, this is font is peculiar to us. So your font can be descriptive here. So actually, this font here, what does it tell us about this brand? Let me hear your view in the comment section. This font, what does it tell us about this brand? Like who are the target audience? Yes, who are the target audience of these brands majorly? I'm waiting for your comment. Who do you think are the target audience for these brands? Kids, yes, you're correct. Kids, they are the target audience for this brand. So majorly fonts plays a vital role. Font plays a vital role in when in designing of your logo. So we should point. So colors plays a vital role in designing your logo. So red and yellow produces most stimulating color combination, creating a sense of urgency and hunger. So majorly if you see those restaurants, those eateries, those companies or brands that deal with food. That's why they usually use red and yellow. So this piece also now comes back to your knowledge on colors. Yes, that we taught you from the beginning, from week 1 or week 2. I think week 1, that you have been taught from week 1. So now you see now that it ties up to the beginning. Now everything you are learning now ties up to the beginning. So your use of colors, the way you understand colors matters when you are designing your logo. And brown literally represents the historical color of packing paper, as well as sense of being solid and reliable. So I want to show us. Okay, let me explain this color a bit more. Yeah, let me explain the use of colors a bit. Is- So colors are very I say important. Yes, colors are very important in designing. It can cause it causes okay. Oh yeah, thank you. It has been projected. Yes, colors can cause an emotional response in humans. Yes, it causes emotional response in human, and the way we react to them, whether we are aware of it or not, we are hardwired to associate with certain colors with distinct feelings. Colors are the most basic method of non-verbal communications we have. That's why I said most of the someone have said it also. Most of the companies in Nigeria, they use what's it called, red and orange, so that they can steer the hunger in you. Yes. So there are lot of colors. So, but people use them according to the way they want the brands to be perceived. They use them according to the way they want the brands to be perceived. So, for yellow, it's upbeat, warm, uplifting, originality, practice, and cheerful. So, look at the logos. Yes, look at the logos. This is for the yellow. Now, look at the logos under them that are using them. So we have Best Buy, we have IKEA, we have Nikon, we have Pencil, we have Shell, we have Dene, we have IMDb. Yes, and we have McDonald's. Yeah. So for orange, which means for orange, which stands for confident, playful, friendly, happiness. So these are examples. Yes, these are examples of logos that have that are done in association, in relation. Yes, in relation to each of these colors. Each of these colors. For red, exciting, bold, young, things like that. So you see different examples of um, logos in association to the brand, and majorly picking it from their colors. So creative, when you say creative, wisdom inspired, that's purple. So Can see, even if you don't even know anyone, you know Cadbury, and you know that majorly when Cadbury are doing their advertisement or doing their TV ads, yes, they always use maybe a young chap that is either creative or that is very wise, yes, that is wiser than his classmates, that is more intelligent, you know, that kind of thing. So it's your brand or your logo color also is synonymous to how your logo, how your brand will be perceived. So so that's, and we have for blue also, we have strength, trust, loyalty. That's where we could find NASA, we have Ford, we have HP, we have Facebook, we have Walmart, we have Oreos, AT&T, American Express, and for green, growth. So these are examples of logos that the um, associated to colors. Yes, associated to colors. So I would also want to share one more thing before we go ahead. I hope you are all following, please. I hope you are all following. Time is fast spent. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to show us types of logos. Yeah. Want to show us the types of logos. Yeah. We have 7 types of logos. Just just follow me as we go because I'm also looking at our time. Apologies for delaying a lot of things, but we have to go ahead with what we are doing, and we have to know the rudiments of things before we start saying okay we want to design logo, and not saying okay, oh yeah, everybody open your Photoshop, everybody open your Illustrator. So you can't say, oh yeah, you draw one like this, you do another line like this. So you have to understand the basics, the way we taught you the basics of Photoshop. To when you want to start designing on Photoshop, you also have to know the basics and what leads to each of it. um so okay, let me check. It seems it seems Adeleke wants to start making logo tomorrow today, so that I don't know. So, but let's go ahead. So we have 7 types of logo. So, oh my God, technical, not this one, please. Okay, yeah, we have 7 types of logo and how to use them. So, first one is lettermark. So, I want us to we're going to look at examples of logos, and So when you see some logos, you know that okay, this is the type of logo. This is not this type of logo. So letter mark. Let me just go ahead with. So when a letter mark is like a typography based logo that is comprised of few letters. Not sometimes it might be all the letters. I think I've seen one, but I'll check out for it now. I'll check out for it later. Yeah, let me just put a minute space. Sorry, because my system is acting up. Maybe it's tired. Yeah. So it's majorly it comprises of few letter marks. Yes, it comprises of few letters. Usually company initial. Sometimes if the company has a long name, they will say, okay, let us use a letter mark logo. Yes. And majorly is all about simplicity. It's not about making so I do not write everything or write the full meaning out. Well, what's the I've even forgotten what's the full meaning of KFC self. But so it's sometimes that's what I want us to know, that sometimes some logos, maybe when we get to the end, when we get to the ending part, I will explain that part. So examples of this kind of lettermarks logo that we have now is this EA Sports, CNN. I've forgotten the name of this brand. IBM, HP, Gap, HBO, KFC, NASA. So, okay, what I wanted to say was KFC has also, they don't have only um letter mark logos. Yes, they don't have. I just remembered now. I'm supposed to even download that document, but get the document out for us. But okay, Warner Bros. Yes, yeah, thank you. So KFC don't have only watermark logos, lettermark logos. As we go on, we see the other um, logos they also have. So majorly, these are examples of lettermark logos. So let's move on to the second one. So next one is pictorial mark logo. Majorly, the word says it all for itself. Pictorial mark logos. It's called like a logo symbol, like an icon, or okay, let me just read it out. It's an icon or graphic based design. It is probably like the image that comes to mind when you think about the logos. The iconic Apple logo. When you think about Apple logo, what comes to your mind? Bam, is the bite of an apple. Uh, also, when you think of Nike, what comes to your mind is the mark. Even up to now, sometimes when you see this bird, what still comes to your mind is Twitter. What comes to your mind? Yes, don't worry, the slides will be shared. What comes to your mind is Twitter. So a true brand mark is only an image. Because of this, it can be a tricky logo type for new companies. So that's something we need to note, that for new companies, it might be very tricky, or a company that is just starting up that does a pictorial logo. People now be saying, which company is this? Majorly, most companies that come to this stage of pictorial mark are companies that have been, okay, yes, it's even written there, that has majorly companies that has strong brand recognition. They have been recognized. So that's when you can say, okay, Yes, you reduce your I can reduce my I can turn reduce yes, I can reduce my logo to a pictorial mark style that it does not have to have my full name on it, that kind of thing. But if you are just starting in the business, or your company is just starting, and you say, okay, I want to start with I want to do, someone comes to you, I want to help us design a logo, and you design something for them, and you do not put the name of the brand there, and people are just seeing it, they will just be like, what, which one is this one again? Or maybe you just put maybe an ego. Yes. Maybe you just put an ego now. You just look at it, what, which one is this one again? And people will move ahead because they can't associate it. Yes, they can't associate it with that particular, you can't associate it with a particular brand. So for new starters, if somebody starting a new company, just know that this is not their where they should fall in at all, because this place is meant for recognized big brands. The biggest thing to consider when deciding to go with a picture, whether is what image to choose. This is something that will stick with your company through its entire existence. You need to think about the broader implication of the image you choose. Do you want to play on the name, or you are looking to create deeper meaning? Or how Snapchat Ghost tells you what product does? Or do you want to evoke an emotion, as the World Wildlife Foundation does with their stylified image of a panda, an adorable and endangered species? So that those are just comments, but we understand the picture mark style of logo. So now the next one is the next type of logos we have is abstract logo. Abstract logo. So this part, the funny part for this one is abstract logo does not have anything to do with what they might be doing in the company. Yes, it can just be abstract. Yes, that's okay. Let's just read out what we wrote here. It says an abstract mark is a specific type of pictorial logo. Instead of being a recognizable image like an apple or a bird, it's an abstract geometric form that represents your business. A few famous examples is BP, Starburst, Starburst logo, the Pepsi divided circle, and the strip wire Adidas flower. Like all logo symbol, abstract marks work really well because they condense your brand into a single image. However, instead of being restricted to a picture of something recognizable, abstract allows you to create something truly unique to represent your brand. So your logo can be abstract. It might not even deal with in relation to maybe what you can, okay, they might not see it like, okay, when they see the logo, you cannot even say, okay, this Adidas might be a footwear company, or this Pepsi logo. You can't you won't be able to even look at it from the beginning that, okay, this is a drink. This is a drink, because how will you say this one is a drink? We have a circle and something just goes through the middle. but but through the colors, yes, for this abstract now. So that's why I first showed us those colors before we get into this place. So but through the colors, you can attribute meaning and cultivate emotion around this brand. You can cultivate and attribute meaning around these types of brand, this abstract um logo mark. So the next one is mascots. Yes, mascots. So it's mascot is just like getting a mascot for the brand. Yes, getting a mascot for the brand. You say often colorful, sometimes cartoonish, and most always fun. The mascot logo is great way to create your own brand spokesman. Yes, and sometimes some people even use the mascots to do animation and make it talk just for it to stand out. Majorly, it's not particularly restricted to any brand or say, but majorly those the brands that use this one the most majorly maybe food. Sometimes I think food brands, yes, food brands uses this kind of um logos a lot. Yes, examples: KFC, Pringles, Mr. Peanut. What's this also called again? I said there's the fried chicken. They use a mascot of a chicken. So, yes, there's so that's when you think of a mascot. Sometimes, if you think of sporting competitions where they want to do a logo for some sporting competitions, they make a mascot for them to create like dynamics, yes, for engagement of their um engagement to their audience. So um those that's another type of logos that can be done. So there's combination of these logos. Yes, combinations of they combine abstract and um letter mark. They combine it together and it gives us. So most of the that's the point. I think I would maybe we start with that tomorrow, or yes, maybe we'll start with that tomorrow. But let me just read it out because of our time is going. Like his name is called, the combination logo is comprised of combined word mark, let's say word mark, and a pictorial mark or abstract mark. So the picture can and text can be laid out side by side, stacked on top of each other. So I will say most companies, yes, especially if you are a new company, you have to they usually fall in this part. So they write, maybe they want to use a picture style or or an abstract style. They will still have to add it to their letter mark. Yes, to add it to the word mark. Sorry, they add it to the word mark so that you can see the abstract style and you can see the name. So let's look at all these ones. This Lacoste, yeah. Majorly if you see this crocodile alone, yes, is like it can stand alone actually, but the combination means they added it to the um word mark because of that's when we give example of when you're starting and you have to have to add it to it so that people it can sink in into people's memory so that this when you remove the name, they can still associate the logo to your brand and they will not be saying, okay, is this that. I hope I hope we all understand. Oh, so sorry about that. So sorry about that. So this is This is the example of a mascot. Sorry, I've been locked in on my own screen. So sorry. So this is the example of a mascot, the KFC. Don't forget we have KFC in wordmark too, but they usually use a mascot, Pringles, peanut, and we move on to the combination mark that I just finished explaining, which has the combination of letter and word mark and either pictorial mark or abstract mark or mascot. So I hope you all understand now. So I was looking at the time, so apologies. I was carried out with the time, so I was not checking if you were seeing it. So it's majorly combination is combination of, as I've said before, is combination of word mark and um, either pictorial mark or abstract mark. Yes, it's a combination of both of them. And like I've said, most new companies, this is where they fall in. They have to first put out their logos in this style. They have to put out their logos in this style so that they can, so that the logo can sink in. Yes, so that the logo can sink in into you before they even, if they want to just take out their the name, so that when you see it, you say, okay, as I can see this crocodile, so I know that okay, this is Lacoste. I can see this I've forgotten the name of this. This is the name of this animal has gone again. But I can see this logo. I can see this. I know that okay. I can see this abstract mark. I can say okay, this is a puma. Yes, this is a puma. And I can see this. Okay, let me go back. I'm sorry. Okay, I can see only this pictorial mark, and I'll know that okay, this is Domino's. So combination of it word mark and pictorial mark, or word mark and abstract mark. I hope we all getting it. And while we go to emblem, like the name says already. Oh my god, time. Emblem, the last major type of a logo. Okay, emblem is a logo that consists of font inside the symbol or an icon, just like badges. Majorly, when you see like an emblem, it's majorly like badge, crests. These logos tend to have a traditional appearance about them that can make a striking impact, and they are often go-to choice for many schools, organization, or government agencies. Schools, organization, and government agency. The auto industry is also very fond of emblem logo, which they have a classic style. Some companies have effective, modernized traditional emblem with a logo design that fits into the 21st century, like Starbucks. Yes, this is a Starbucks design. The Starbucks logo. So majorly emblem is just when you think of a crest or like a badge, that's emblem. Oh, skip 3. Oh, so sorry. Oh, okay, I skip number 2. Okay. Oh, okay. So sorry. Yeah. So number two is majorly similar. So some of these, the way I'll say that some of these logo types are more interwoven. Yes, they are interwoven and they are more similar. Let's look at this one is more similar to lettermark. So it's a similar to is a font-based logo that focuses on the business name alone. So the way we talked about lettermark was, let me go back to that one, is the, let's say, the acronym of the acronym of what's it called again? The acronym of a brand name. Yeah, the acronym of a brand name. But for wordmark is just the name, but written in full. Yes. When you think of Visa, when you think of Coca-Cola, when you think of Google, those are examples of wordmark. And majorly they play with typography. Instagram, they play with typography. Yes, they play with typography. So these are examples of logos. Because of our time, we'll still continue on logos tomorrow. But for now, do we have any questions? Let me check. Any questions? I, I think there's no question. Okay, so because of our time, we continue tomorrow. And if you have not done the assignment given to us last week, um, you still have a chance, because tomorrow, the first thing is that we're going to review those assignments. We're reviewing it together while we continue on our logo design. On our introduction to logo. So if you have a question, drop your question, please. So someone is asking, sorry, Joy is asking, are there rules for combining logos? There are no rules for combining logos. Just depends on what your target audience wants and the brief you got from your clients. What your target audience wants and the brief you got. What you think your target audience can relate with, not one now, what you think your target audience can relate with, and the brief meant for your clients, gotten from your clients, yes. So for Tunji is asking what should be a good identifier of a new company. So what I'm thinking is asking is what logo do you think is better for a new company? For me personally, I would think the combination style is better for a new company. Yes. So Matthew is asking, must the logo color be in line with the company's design? So the color of the logo must be okay. So Matthew, that takes this your question takes us into branding fully. And if you want to go on branding fully, brother, I think I'll touch a bit of branding tomorrow. Yes. If you want to go into branding fully, it's not one day, it's not 1 hour class, it's not 2 hours class. It's not a 5 days class. But I think I'll touch it. But majorly, there's something, I don't want to use big words now. I don't want to use big words. Let me just say the color of the logo must be in line with what the objectives of the company. Yes, must be in line with the objectives of the company. How can you choose a color for your complaint? So the way you can choose a color for the complaint is look at the colors and what your company is associated with. If your company is something that a company that wants to be bold and make a statement, this is the color they want to use. If your company is this, just now you have to go back to your class on colors to look at it more better. There's no size for, and Davis, there's no size for designing a logo. Yeah. So I think I've touched all the question. Yes, I will share the slides with your admin. I'll give her the slides. She'll share with you. So example now, the DSA logo. This is the last question for tonight while we close. The DSA logo, what type of logo is it? Is it a wordmark logo? Is it a lettermark logo? Is it a picture mark logo? Is it an abstract logo? Is it a mascot logo? Is it combination logo? Is it an emblem logo? The DSA logo. Okay. Um. So yes. Sorry. Apologies. Ogbeta, you are absolutely right. You are very right. So the DSO logo is a combination. All of you are writing, people that are writing combination of what? Is it combination of picture and emblem? Is it combination of word mark and letter mark? What combination? Yes, you have said is a combination logo, but what combination of what logos now? You can't use. So thank you so much for tonight. I- I'm about to be kicked out because time has gone already. But see you guys tomorrow. Those that have not done their assignments, work on your assignments. If you have not marked your attendance, mark your attendance. See you guys tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Have a lovely night rest.